Hello there, Aries. I'm the Scorpio Stellium, your no bullshit tarot card reader. I decided to get a little up close and personal, up in your face and shit. Yeah, I say bad words, so if you like bad words, I'm your tarot reader. Also, I don't do that woo-woo stuff. If you like a practical reading that you can actually apply to your life and you're not left going, what did they just say at the end of it? I'm your girl. So what I'm gonna do is take a look at what's going on for you this week of November 22nd. We got Thanksgiving week here in the States, and we're going to take a look at that week. At the end of the reading, we're going to do a pick a card for what message you need to get from the universe, specifically for you. So it will be like 1 out of 3 cards, and I'll let you choose. So as usual, I use my Radiant Rider-Waite because I'm old school like that. I clarify with the Thoth deck because I'm old school like that. So let's go ahead and see what you got, Aries, for the week of November 22nd. We're rolling into Sag season here. How y'all Aries feel about that? Do you like Sag? Your fellow little fiery Sages? I love Sag. It sits in my 4th house. Got a lot of Sag heavy people in my life. And I have my Mercury in Sag, so I like it. Okay, here we go, Aries. Last shuffle. Reverse 2 of Wands, reversed Fool, reversed King of Swords. As you know, I always explain the cards, why I come to the conclusions that I come to. And I'm going to hold these cards up for you so you can see them. But like I said, I just thought I'd get up in your face a little bit. Okay, so the whole first line here is reversed. We've got the reverse 2 of Wands, the reverse Fool, and the reversed King of Swords. When I see a lot of reversals, it can be either ungrounded energy or it can be that everything is internalized. And I'm feeling this is a lot of internalized energy for you. With the reverse 2 of Wands, I'm feeling like you stopped hoping for something. You stopped planning ahead for it. It was something that you were thinking about, that you were wanting to jump into. And then you're like, I just don't know if this is worth me putting my energy into it anymore. You started developing some caution around it. That's the reverse Fool here. I feel like there's more caution. And then with the reverse King of Swords, I think that you are now kind of closing down those open channels. So you may have had an open heart. You may have been optimistic. You may have been like, sure, let's do this. Let's see where this goes. And somewhere along the line, you closed that down. You felt like, something's not striking me quite right about this anymore. And we're going to get to that more. We're going to clarify. But let's continue on and see what we have. The reverse Hangman. Okay, so usually what I get with the Hangman when it's in a reverse position is that things are not totally stagnant. They're moving a little bit, but it's not really either in the direction that you want or it's not moving as much as you want. There's some type of hesitation in the energy. It's not stuck energy, but it's not really free flowing either. I also feel like somebody's probably feeling a little sorry for themselves. And I don't know that this is you or that this is another individual, but there's definitely some feelings of, oh, woe is me. Like, this kind of sucks. I don't like this. I wish things were different. Why does this always happen to me? Kind of energy. And then next to it, the reversed 7 of Cups. So there was some type of fantasy, some type of idealistic, castle in the sky thing that was going on, that now it's like, boom, fall right back down to earth. And you're like, okay, that hurt, and I don't want to do that again. So there's this feeling of you being in a place that you have more caution. You have more reserve about you because you've been through something that has changed you. It's fundamentally changed the way that you approach situations, relationships, life. You don't just have this free spirit about it anymore because you've been burned. You're like, not gonna do that again. What you do instead with the Magician, which I really like seeing this here, is it's showing me your ability to change yourself, because the Magician has all the resources at his disposal. He is this manifester. He knows how to manipulate energy, and I mean that in a good way, not a bad way. And he has this willpower, this power to surge ahead, this inner resolve. So I am seeing you in this position that you're trying to be more healthy. You're trying to be more focused on what's best for you, as opposed to just taking whatever comes in your life. You're being proactive as opposed to reactive, where somebody does something to you and you're trying to scramble to pick up the pieces of what they've left in their aftermath. Okay, so the last line here is really beautiful. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is about kindness. This is about sharing and reciprocity. And it's just a very like give and take kind of card, especially with what cards are around it. Remember, that's very important in tarot. You don't necessarily just take one card and go, this is what it means, and you ignore what's around it. So I have the Six of Pentacles next to the Three of Cups. So we have some celebration, we have some friendships, we have some camaraderie here. And I'm seeing here, I think that you've landed in a place that you now know what people around you are for you and what people are not. You know who is going to be there for you at the end of the day, and you're not going to mess around with the stuff that you know, the people that are not really worth it, that are not reciprocating your energy, that are not investing in you. You know, it's that whole birds of a feather flock together, and you know, however your friends are, that's how you're going to be, because you exchange so much energy. So I see that you are coming into this state of recognizing who you surround yourself with. And then the Six of Wands. So there's success, there's victory here. There is this triumphant kind of feeling of like, see, I knew it. I knew this is what I needed to do. That was best for me. And it's working. It's good. So let's go back up top and start clarifying a little bit more about the emotional state and what you have been through that's kind of put you in this perspective of not wanting to just jump in with both feet anymore. Okay, so we're going to clarify reverse Two of Wands first. And we have the Tower of all cards. Okay, so a little astrology here for you. The Tower is associated with the planet Mars. And to remember Mars, are you ready for it? It's how you fight, right? You got that. This is a card that is about how you apply energy. And Mars does not beat around the bush unless it's in a weak sign like Cancer, for example. It doesn't do so hot in that sign. Sometimes Libra, it's a little struggle. Other signs as well. But this Mars energy with the Tower card is about sudden upheaval, sudden shock, sudden change. And a lot of tarot card readers, I hear them say things like with the Death card or with the Tower card that, you know, the death doesn't really mean hard endings. It doesn't mean no. It doesn't mean the end and the death of something. It can mean a transformation. Sure, sometimes. Is it still the Death card? Yeah, still the Death card. And then the Tower card, they're like, well, it could be a sudden good shock. No, it's not. Look at the Tower card. You've got lightning, you've got chaos, you've got people falling off of a building. Tell me how that's supposed to be good. It's like this new age tarot card reader. They do it in astrology too, where they try to make everything like rainbows and sunshine, and that's not life. You know it's not life. I know it's not life. Some cards have to mean shit sucks. And this sucks, okay? So you had something that was a major shock to you that threw you for a loop that was not what you expected. And it was like this big, you know, like a big bulldozer just came in and rolled over your heart. So yeah, you have some hesitation. You don't want to jump out there and just put yourself out there anymore. You have some caution now. I mean, when you get burned, when you know that the fire is hot, you don't keep going back and touching the stove, right? That's where you are, Aries. So we're going to clarify reverse Fool. Okay, so where we've got the Prince of Cups. This is the same in the Thought deck as the King of Cups in other decks. They rename things a little bit in different decks. You'll notice this. So this is a card about emotional maturity. And I love this because a reverse Fool, you're like, no, I'm going to have some caution. I'm not going to just jump into that without any thought, without, you know, knowing how far the leap down off this cliff is. You know, I want to get some idea of what's really going to happen when I do this, when I make this move. And why is that? Because you have developed emotional maturity. You're not letting your emotions dictate your every move anymore. If somebody calls you up and they're like, hey, I want to see you, and you know that they have been an unhealthy person in your life before, that they've jerked you around, that they've made you feel less than, you're going to be like, let me think about that. You know, you're not just like, whatever you want to do is cool with me. You want to have some, I don't know, some maturity about it. It's growing up. It's part of growing up and the lessons that we learn. And some of them, it's hard. It's hard to like not be calloused emotionally sometimes and still do what's best for you, you know, still have some wisdom about things. So clarifying the reverse King of Swords, which I'm saying there's some shutting down. There's some coldness here with this character, you know, not wanting to just open all the doors for everybody all the time. And I think this card is working two ways. I think you were treated this way. And I think now you are realizing like, yeah, I'm not going to just let this be. I'm not going to just jump whenever you say jump. And we have the Devil clarifying that. And we also have the Seven of Pentacles. So there's two things going on here with these cards. First of all, the Seven of Pentacles, this is about you reaping what you sow. You realize that this is the case karmically, energetically, and in life, that you reap what you sow. What you put out there, you're going to get back. And you are not going to be so giving to other people who you know that you're not going to receive from. That's not saying that you're not a giving person anymore, but you're careful where you invest your energy, your time, and your love. And then the Devil card, we've got a card that is about toxic relationships, things that bind us, things that, you know, are just oppressing to us, that we feel like we're stuck in. And I think that there is an element of you trying to move out of some place that you feel stuck. You're trying to get out of relationships and situations and emotions that make you feel bound and stuck. The other part of the Devil is because it is associated with the sign of Capricorn, which is about hard work, which is about nose to the grindstone. And the Seven of Pentacles being a pentacle, a coin card, it does have to do with finances oftentimes. The other way that I see the combination of these is that you are putting yourself into your work. You're putting yourself into a task and you're trying to perfect that task. And it's almost like you've made yourself a slave to that task. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean that you're putting your effort somewhere that you think it's going to pay off this time. And that's what's really important to you. All right, let's go ahead and continue to clarify. Reversed Hangman, we've got this, like I said, kind of feeling sorry for yourself energy. And this can be you, this can be another individual. But it's somebody that's kind of like, well, that wasn't cool. You know, like, why does everything go so bad for me? There is that element here. And I have to say, it can be somebody else, but I do feel a little bit of that from you. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Like, I do feel a little bit of you being like, why does this happen to me when I am a good person and I love other people and I'm, you know, I care and I don't treat people like shit. And why do I have to have this kind of thing happen to me? And it's clarified by the Ten of Swords. So this is a betrayal here that I'm seeing. I'm seeing how somebody really cut you deeply, did you wrong. You have these endings that have happened in relationships that have been very wounding to you. And so that's, like I said, I feel like this is on your side where you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself for why that had to happen to you. And I think that's a normal response. I'm going to say that first of all. I'm not going to judge you for that response because I think we all have that. Like when something bad happens to us, we go, this isn't fair. Like I did what I was supposed to do. I loved the way I was supposed to love. And I don't think that this is right, that I got treated this way, you know? So it's not that there's no blame. There's no judgment coming from me. I'm just telling you, I think that that's kind of what the feeling is. So then clarifying the reverse Seven of Cups here, okay, this coming back down to reality and realizing, oh, okay, this is what it is. This little imaginary world, this fantasy, this thing that I thought was so amazing wasn't really that amazing. Clarifying that is the Fool. So we have the Fool now twice in this reading, and this time it being upright. What I am seeing with this is you, despite the fact that you've been burned and you still have this caution about you, you are still open. You're still open to new experiences and new love. You have not closed that down. You've just decided that you're going to be a little bit more careful about who you give that love to. So now let's go ahead and clarify the Magician. We're talking here about you having the willpower to change yourself and make yourself into a person that is not reactive, that is proactive. And I know that I don't think there's a lot more to say on this card, I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to clarify and get it anyway. Okay, so we have it with the Hermit, and if you notice, these are both major arcana cards. Those are the cards that have titles to them instead of like the Ace of or the Two of. They have a title. So we have the Fool and the Magician and the Hermit. See, I can't see them, so I have to like all right, so the Hermit here is your internal wisdom. It's when you spend time with yourself and listening to you and what you need, and you honoring that wisdom that you got in your meditation practice, and you're paying attention to your dreams and just talking to yourself out loud in the car. Like, I don't do that at all. That's what you're getting. You're getting this wisdom that your own self is telling you. And so that is what's leading you to say, I need to be the one to be making the steps in relationships, in love, and friendships, in life. I have to be the one to create the world that I want to live in. And I'm going to do that by not getting involved in situations that are not healthy for me. Good for you. Okay, the Six of Pentacles, we've got this reciprocity. We've got this kindness going on. And we have the Six of Swords, clarifying it. I like it when there's two double numbers because it really helps us understand where we're at. Six is this transitory kind of number where you're coming out of the difficulty of the chaotic fives and you're moving into a more, stable spiritual place, the sevens. So these are about transitions, and they are transitions in your thought process, the swords, and transitions in your physical world, your finances, your money, the pentacles. But what we have here is progress, and making progress here and knowing how to move yourself into a better space. Okay, so Three of Cups. Okay, I see a lot of support around you. Good friends, realizing who are your friends and who are not your friends, and you are choosing to spend it with your friends. I'm also seeing, okay, that's nice, the Two of Cups. When the Two of Cups clarifies a card like the Three of Cups, I'm going to say for some of you, there may be somebody who is considered a friend right now or is in your friend circle that has feelings for you, or you have feelings for them, and they may be very, very powerful, beautiful feelings because of this Two of Cups. That's a possibility. Another possibility here is we're talking about love coming into your life through your friend groups, okay? Through people that you know, mutual friends. But there are a lot of love feelings coming in the friendships, which is very interesting. Okay. Let's look at the Six of Wands as well. So you end this reading on such a beautiful card because it's the Six of Wands. It's triumph. It's success. It's victory. So I'm anxious to clarify this and see what we get before we do your pick a card, which remember, you're going to be choosing what your message you need to hear this week is. Okay, I feel that one. The Magician. So the Magician's popping up again. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So you have success and victory when you take your power back. When you choose to manipulate things around you in a positive way, when you have the willpower to go forward, this is saying, honey, you have all the resources, all of the tools, all of the ability to make happen and make manifest in your life what you want. It's all in your attitude and your perspective, and you are already headed down that road. So it's like, if you do manifesting, if you're one of those people, or if you just do the positive self-talk or whatever, you just have a good attitude, all that is kind of the same ball game. And the universe here is saying like, yeah, good job. You're moving it along. I hear you. I see you. I get you. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do your pick a card for what message you need to hear this week. I am going to use the Tarot of the Divine here by Ciro Marchetti. And what do we got? While I'm shuffling and cutting these cards, if you would please help me grow as a new YouTuber, I'd really appreciate you doing whatever little things you can do. You know, comment, click, like, subscribe, whatever. Just, you know, do something. I like it when you comment because then I can comment back and talk to you. But, you know, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so I have 3 cards here. I have 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah? Okay. So go ahead and you decide which card you want. You can pause the video if you need to, but I'm going to jump right in. So if you chose the first card, guess what? It's the Tower. You know, I can't make it. I can't make things what they're not. I say this all the time. I wish I could. But this is saying that, look, you may still be going through it. There may still be some more shockwaves to come. The earthquake, you know, may have already hit and then you're still experiencing some shockwaves. It's going to reorder your life. But the universe only ever reorders things for you when you need them reordered. And a lot of times things happen that are difficult. Think back. Things that have happened to you that are difficult. And you go, you know, if that had never happened, then this would have never happened. I would have never met this person. I would have never moved to this place. I would have never taken this job. So those shockwaves, they propel you into something better for you. So remember that when those happen. Okay. So card number 2, we have the Fool. I actually flipped it when I got it. So we have the Fool. It's reversed here. The Fool reverse is that same card that we started your reading off. It's Uranus energy upright. You know, well, reverse it is too, but it's about change, okay? And here, having it reversed, it's like you are not going to just jump. You are not going to just go into anything without looking at it. So I see you exercising caution. Good. Continue to exercise the caution. Don't just, you know, assume that everything is above board and how it should be. It's good that you're looking at things and you're examining them before you make decisions. And then for card 3, the 4 of Wands reversed. So we do have some canceled plans here, I'm afraid, and I have to tell you, because, you know, like I said, can't make it what it's not. 4 of Wands reversed is about some cancellation, some things that might not be working out, might not be happening this week with family and friends. Unfortunately, somebody might not show up. You might not get the phone call that you needed. You could have some delays. It could be that they just, you know, come late, because the 4 of Wands reversed can also be delays. So hopefully that is helpful for you, helps you prepare for things. I really appreciate you watching, Aries. I would love to see you again next time. So remember, you just click your little notification bell so you can see my face when it pops up. And let me know if you're like, lady, zoom out. We did not need to be that close to your face. I would appreciate your inputs. You have a great week. I'll see you next week.